Welcome to highlights of Horizon Racing League Season 7, Round 6 from Mexico. Yes, we're back after a season break following a reverse sprint round in Holland. Let's take a look at where the championship stands leading into this one. It was a victory in the reverse sprint for Tommy Ash and the first victory of the season for defending champion I'm Your Mate on home soil in the full race. Tommy took that sprint victory by just half a second ahead of Storm Point, with I'm Your Mate taking driver of the day and third. Bazza was fourth, cleanest driver was Bunny's Vengeance in fifth. Godrado, myself and Cyber Celine completed the points in the reverse sprint. While in the full race, I'm Your Mate took victory by 14.3 seconds ahead of Tommy Ash, who got driver of the day. The Scottish completed the podium. Bunny once again, cleanest driver. Storm, Vampire, 6, Godrado, Vazza, myself, Dabosaurus and Cybersleen all finished, so everybody claimed points. That means that 6 Pompano leads the championship by 2 points ahead of I'm Your Mate, who's 20 clear of Tommy. Vampire is in 4th, with Storm and Bunny splitting the remaining platinum driver, the Scottish, in 7th. Our points took us to double figures and we are 15th, just in behind Rover, but 9 clear of Sign. In platinum it's a 6-point gap between 6 Pompano and I'm Your Mate. Vampire is in 3rd, just a point ahead of Tommy, and the Scottish is starting to catch up with his rivals. Bunny's Vengeance still leads the way in gold by 13 points, though Storm is closing in quickly, with Vazza just a further 2 points back. Joker and Syme have missed a couple of reigns but are back for Mexico, so should hopefully score some more points. Dabosaurus is leading the way in silver by 19 points, with Godrado in 2nd. Vibs has missed a couple of reigns and remains on 58, some distance behind his 2 silver class protagonists. And in bronze, Cyber Celine leads the way by 30 points. We are 24 clear of Rover, and Mr. Sacklebecker is likely to not participate this season, so sat on 0. And in D-Class, there are no scores, as only Alfie's driven this season and managed to finish, though we have new drivers in this round, so that class will explode into life at the end. In the Constructors, Red Bull are 7 clear of Ferrari, only 3 clear of Sauber, who are 7 clear of Mercedes. There were 5 clear of McLaren, top 5, all incredibly close. Aston Martin lead us, Williams in 7th. RB, Haas and Alpine bring up the rear, with Horizon Racing yet to score. And that's where we are, heading into Mexico, a circuit that only returned to the calendar in the last decade or so. Let's take a look at this iconic altitude track. The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, 17 corners through Mexico City, only rejoined the calendar not too long ago, but that hasn't stopped Max Verstappen taking the most race victories in Mexico. I'm Your Mate and the Scottish have Horizon victories. Heavily revised circuit to the one that we had in the early 90s, but let's head on to the Recta Principal, the long start-finish straight heading down towards the S's Moises Solana. This is a part of the circuit. If you've got DRS and you've got a little bit of battery, you can use it to great effect to try and get a pass done into this triple chicane before heading on to Recta Trancera, another DRS straight. Again, another opportunity to make overtakes as you head into the Essa del Lago, another little chicane, but a tighter chicane, one that leads into this double right-hander through Horquilla, past the first part of the stadium. Double right-hand apex, really tight, but you can get on the power nicely before you head into the S's, one of the most free-flowing parts of this circuit You want to try and keep the pace up, maybe not run too wide in the first bit, but as you head through, you've got to avoid taking too many liberties with those curves. You get another dose of DRS down the Recta del Valo before you get into the Fora Sol, the stadium section, which cuts off the original Peraltada corner. It's a tight, twisty, technical part of the circuit, this one, but as you head onto the Peraltada, you can try and tee yourself up for a nice lunge at the driver in front of you down the long start-finish straight once again. So that's the challenge that awaits us this time around. Let's take a look at the grid order for the Mexico race. It was another pole position for Storm Point ahead of Tommy Ash. The Scottish took third with championship leader Six Pompano in fourth. Our first debutant Arbon is in fifth ahead of Vampire, then it's Bunny's Vengeance, Syme, our teammate Bazza in ninth ahead of Ghost Viper SRK, another one of our debutants. Junker took 11th ahead of bronze class rivals Rover and Cyber Celine. We took 14th spot ahead of Godrado, and then two more debutants, Shawnee P and Senior, with I'm Your Mate having his handicap for the season starting at the back once again. It's a long run down to turn one and conditions were mixed. Let's take a look at what happened for us in Mexico. One light, two lights, three lights, four lights and five. And away we go in Mexico. As usual, a fairly decent start. Rover already, I think, trying to just avoid incident as well. Look for a move or two. I'm going to at least take my time into turn one. I get a warning straight off the bat as we get squeezed out a touch. As we've got I'm Your Mate to our left. Contact behind for Rover. Rover all of a sudden left the session. Don't know what's happened there. As I'm Your Mate looks for a move on Cyber Celine. All getting a little bit backed up as we'll look for an Oliver Behrman type move. That's our second warning already. As we almost lose the rear. It's tricky out here at the moment. A little bit more contact with Cyber Celine. Looking a bit tricky into the Forest Sol. Cyber Celine dives at the inside. There's more contact. As I run wide, cannot get the traction. Well out the corner though. Really struggling for traction. There's Cyber Celine on the outside. Seems to be enjoying himself in these conditions. As we try and go around the outside of the Forest Sol. We'll have the inside for the next corner. Godrado was there. I don't know whether the contact was between them. I didn't feel or hear any with myself. A bit of slipstream. I'm going to go. It's going to be late. Maybe a bit too late, so I've backed out of it. I feel at this stage I'm a little bit faster than the Haas ahead of me.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
The Haas is wide. Got the inside. We're into P11. Are you looking to make the call?
Right, Let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
We're going to do as well, actually. Go for some hard tyres, I think. So I'm also going on the hards.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the
This
exit.
has also come in, as has Godfather.
Driving if you cross onto the track.
Alright, let's see how this works out for us. A little tricky through the first couple of corners, but didn't actually feel too bad there.
This isn't our true position. They haven't yet pitted and they're on a one-stopper, so don't waste time fighting because they should be coming in soon.
The yellow flag out. There's been an incident with a Ferrari in the final corner. Shawnee P is in, Cyber Celine is also in. Should be able to overtake both of them, move back into 11th. And we do. Joker is in.
Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away.
Joker retires in the pits. So that's a freebie there. He's had contact with Storm, I don't know. Didn't think we were that close on circuit, but wasn't really paying a massive amount of attention to who was in front of me. Could just see everybody behind me closing.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
Senior as well, who seems to have disconnected and his AI ghost is just running around the back. Wouldn't it be great if I got DRS off them? I do not. Rover's going to easily breeze past, surely. I'm trying to defend as best I can. Give him the space, though. And hold the position, at least briefly. Don't think we're going to be holding Rover off for very long here.
Okay, we're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
We'll be heading in this lap. I'm going to stay to the inside this time. I'll get later on the brakes. Rover will go through. We will box at the end of this lap. Colorado's 20 seconds back. Again, I'd assume most of these guys, if not everyone, is going to have to pit again. As in we come. We'll be slapping the medium tyres on here as well. And Ghost Viper's in.
Okay, go, go, go.
Cyber Celine's coming in as well. Colorado doesn't appear to be. No, Colorado does stay out.
Complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
I like to think that Colorado's got to come in. Colorado really does appear to be struggling. Haven't raced closely on circuit much this season. Colorado stays out, but the traction I have.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
Through. Back into P11. Come on, mediums to the end. I'll try and make hay while the sun shines with these tyres as we once again lap I'm your mate. Something I never thought we'd do. Find a way to pull 12 seconds out on Ghost Viper. We might even be able to hold on to 11th spot to the end of this race. As Rover's in now, that'll be why he was 20 seconds ahead. We might even jump Rover here in the pits. We do. Good couple of laps there for us. Cyberslene's exiting the pits, so we'll lap one of our bronze rivals, while the other one goes past us into turn 1. We go 6, and we're going to have Ghost Viper on us now as well. Not many laps to go. Got to just stay outside of the time frame or the time window of Godorado to hold on to P12, as Ghost Viper's going to look to the inside. It was late, but we'll hold the inside for the next corner. Keep the Haas behind us for now. I don't think it's going to be long though. Try and brake later into the next corner, and we do. Wise to the up and under. As we make it 15 seconds of time penalties. Not sure why that was classed as one, but there we go. Got the DRS, it's through that time. I don't think we're going to get back past. We are not. Coming on to our final lap here. I think we're just going to hold on to P12, which will mean an overall point. Been a fairly lonely race for the most part. Haven't really had the pace to catch up to anybody. Haven't really been able to have any properly meaningful battles. We did at least defend our position astutely for a lap or two. As Godorado's slipping back from us, even with our time penalties, we will hold on to P12. And we'll take second in class as well, which is something, as we've got extreme left rear wear. We'll get to the end at least. As Tommy takes another victory, fairly commanding one as well. We're about to get lapped on the final lap by Vampire. We'll just run wide at the Peril Tarda. Give the Mercedes a nice free run through, but we'll take P12. We'll take a point. So a fairly steady round of Horizon for us, taking a single point for P12. Let's take a look at what that does to all the standards. Tommy takes his third victory of the season with just 4 rounds remaining. Tommy took that victory by 10.2 seconds ahead of Six Pompano, who got driving today. The Scottish took third, with Arbon taking 4th on debut. Storm, Vampire, Bunny's Vengeance, Syme, Baza, Rover, Ghost, myself, all taking points. Syme taking cleanest driver. Cyberceline, Senior, I'm your mate, finishing a few laps down. Six Pompano now leads Tommy Ash, who jumps I'm your mate into second position. Vampire remains 4th ahead of Storm and Bunny, with the Scottish now closing in on the Northern Irishman. We move up to 16th with a single point, but we fall behind Arbon, who took good points on debut. 6th though leads the way. In Platinum, now ahead of Tommy, who's 2 clear of I'm your mate. Vampire is just 10 behind the Dutchman, with the Scottish really closing in on the rest of the pack in Platinum. His Vengeance still leads the way in goal by just 6 points now, with Storm Point still in second. Baza also crosses the 100-point threshold and is closing in on the top two. Joker managed to unfortunately not score points, which means Sign now closes to within 6 points of the RB. Godrado moves into the lead of Silver after Davasaurus missed this round. Vibs also didn't compete here in Mexico, so remains on 58 points. Another solid second in class means that we gain a few points on Cybersleen, but Rover won the class and is still keeping in touch with us at the top in bronze. D-Class explodes into life. Arbon leads the way ahead of Ghost Viper, Shawnee P and Senior. Alfie, who's competed in one round in the score. Andy and Sykes Snipes yet to compete this season. And the influx of new drivers means that all 11 teams have scored in the Constructors. Red Bull still lead the way, but now only 3 points ahead of Sauber, with Mercedes in third, 2 clear of Ferrari, who are 3 clear of McLaren. Aston Martin remains 6th ahead of us. Williams 15 points further back, but only 2 clear of Haas. RB slipped to 9th, Alpine remain 10th, and Horizon are 11th. And that was Mexico. Not the most exciting of races for us to come back after the season break, but still a few rounds left. Hungary next. Come join us for that one. Like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Take care of yourself. See you next time.